Hi, I'm Ricky, and this is my husband, Maddie.
Hello.
Today, we're going to talk about being married to me, because Becky's sick. Hashtag, my man, my man, my man. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
So, guys, we took a hiatus, and we didn't tell you. We talked about telling you, and then we just forgot. But that's fine. We're back. It's 2024. Becky's sick, like I mentioned. She has pneumonia. She's been sick basically since...
When did you mention that?
Mention what?
You said Becky's sick as I'm... Oh, you said it before.
Yeah, in the intro.
Oh, sorry.
Are you the boss or am I the boss?
I forgot. Hey, I'm a little more accustomed to being on the other side of the
okay.
microphone.
On the other side of the interview?
That's right.
So just a quick recap. Christmas happened. My Christmas was cool. A lot of cooking. I was doing my post-illness baking. I baked Christmas crack, some people call it.
What, the saltines?
Right. The salt
covered in caramel
toffee.
And toffee and
Sugar, chocolate
chips and caramel chips and butterscotch chips and white chocolate chips.
Any way that they make sugar is how I put it on my Christmas.
But it's basically
stuff.
saltines as the layer. And I find myself, when I eat them, I scrape all that big stuff off. I just want the saltine with the toffee on it.
That can be arranged.
Oh, good.
So I did Christmas baking. I did the buffalo chicken dip like I said I was going to.
So good.
I did not delegate the meatball. But, I remember.
There meatballs?
There were meatballs. Where were you? So there were meatballs. I Instacarted or Food Lion online to my order. And I was calculating how much the ingredients were to make really good meatballs. The way an Italian man told me how to do it. His name's Bill. He's my old boss at the store. And those ingredients cost less than the Carando 12-pack of pre-made meatballs. They're on sale for $4.99. So I just bought 5 of those. And that's what everybody ate. Oh, well, except for Matt, apparently.
There were meatballs? Huh.
We made other stuff, but
There was so much food.
There was
you outdid yourself.
I didn't though. People keep saying that, and I know that I have like imposter syndrome. But your mom bought a lot of charcuterie things that were unnecessary, but still delicious. But we had a lot of leftovers of them.
Yeah.
No, and there was ham. There was ham.
There was so much food.
But so Christmas happened, and then so that was Christmas Eve. Christmas Day was at my mom's house. She, of course, outdid herself. She did so much yummy food. We did Cuban sandwiches. We did the buffalo chicken dip. I feel like there was a lasagna. I don't remember. There was a lot of desserts. I remember that part.
There was a lot of desserts.
Per usual.
Yeah.
But so funny story. All these desserts and yummy foods on Christmas Eve. I woke up, or maybe the day before Christmas Eve, even the Saturday, I woke up with a level 6 in pain toothache.
Yeah.
So I didn't really eat a lot of the sugary snacks that I love so much, and I spent so much time baking.
It's a shame because they were delicious.
I know. There was chocolate-covered pretzels. There were spitzels that I ate because that was the only thing that wasn't covered in sugar.
Rum balls.
I made rum balls that I probably ate 2 of while I made them, and I didn't have any after that. But yeah, so take care of your teeth. I did have oral surgery on this a couple days ago, on the 8th.
It was Monday.
Yeah, today's Thursday, so it was Monday. Not for you, listener, for me, for us. I went to the dentist. My boss was on vacation, so I was afraid to take time off because I'm a millennial. And so I went to the dentist on the 2nd when he came back, and they gave me antibiotics, and then I got oral surgery the next Monday, and so now I'm post-op. I got a big old hole in the back of my mouth, but that's fine because we're getting better. Anyways, so after Christmas... Oh, Christmas was fun. We played games. The games.
Oh, those games were so much fun.
Oh, yes. So we did the game where you, like, wrap the cellophane. You wrap gifts around the cellophane.
Yeah, you use the word gifts in a very academic sense.
They're gifts. I bought them, and they didn't pay for them, and so they're gifts from me.
So included was open, like, fruit by the foot. Mm-hmm. But, like, you went and bought a box of fruit by the foot, opened it, and then the fruit by the foot was one of the...
Yeah.
Just an example of what was in there.
Also, there was something that I won, thank God. A neck pillow. Omaha steaks. In the one at my dad's house, I did Omaha steaks. There was Mexicorn, a little mini can of Mexicorn.
Yes.
There was
mashed potatoes.
There was
a bag of mashed potatoes.
of Idahoan mashed potatoes. There was Starburst pink flavor juice mix. All the rage.
Yeah.
There was Tajín peach rings. I'm starting to remember all the silly things I put. There was like little kid toys. There was a Slinky.
It took Olivia about 3 minutes or three of my turns to figure out that she got all the candy I won.
Right. There was a lot of candy.
Because she was like, oh, you're going to do that. And then she realized that everything I got went to her. And then she's like, oh, you're doing such a good job, Uncle Matt.
Oh, all of a sudden she's doing a good job.
Yeah.
So New Year's was supposed to be Lady McLitterson. We were going to go to Becky and Vinny's and we were going to drink and party. Sidebar, we don't like drink. We're too cheap to drink a lot, I feel.
That's my problem.
Yeah, like that's like pretty, like I stopped drinking like a really long time ago because I was trying to set an example for everybody around me. And then when I was in a relationship and people weren't buying my drinks for me, I was like, this is expensive. Why do we do this? And so I've not been drunk a super lot of times and I've not been hungover a super lot of times. But actually, no, I've never been hungover. Maybe that one time.
That's funny because I was just talking about that on my podcast yesterday, that one time you got sick.
So I got sick on the way home, like in the car, but I don't think I felt gross the next day. Like I didn't have a headache or anything. So I don't think I've been hungover. Anyways, we were supposed to party with Becky and Vince and we didn't because Becky got sick. So, COVID. And then she had a sinus infection and today we found out she has pneumonia. And so, I don't know, is this against HIPAA laws? So we don't have content for our social media. Me and Becky will eventually get together once she's not sick to take some cool photos for the podcast. And we have a couple videos for TikTok that we want to do. We want to jump on that trend right at the tail end right now where no one's really doing it anymore. And the people that are doing it are noting that they're doing it late of, we're stepmoms, of course, blah, 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 blah. And so that video will come out sometime before February, I hope.
We're stepmoms. Of course we're going to jump on a viral trend 10 minutes too late.
Right. We're stepmoms. Of course we want a Mother's Day gift. So what else?
Well, it's a new year.
It is a new year.
Yeah, it's 2024.
So, like, what's the
people.
vibe? What's the vibe that you want for 2024? I know Becky talked about her, like, birthday, like, Road to 42 vibe was, like, being content with yourself and stuff, but, like, New Year was, like, a different... It can still be that same vibe for Becky.
Yeah.
For all of us, really, because it was a really good vibe that she was talking about. But, like, New Year's, like, what's your vibe?
Like, I think my vibe in general is just to be more loving. Mm-hmm. I kind of, like, and it's something I'm carrying through 2020. I think it started late, like, 2023, where I just realized that, like, the people around me really love me, and I need to love them back.
Oh, okay.
You know? So, I think that's where I'm, like, that's my focus is just to, you know, be more loving to the people that love me.
That's so cute.
Yeah. What
made you think about that? Is that prying? I don't know.
Well, not to get too personal, but I'm really selfish.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
How'd you learn that?
Well, people have pointed it out to me my entire life.
Oh.
And just to be, I noticed, like, I walk around depressed and ungrateful and,
Grumplestiltskin.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, you know? And that's not necessarily, like, how I want to be, I guess, remembered.
Oh, okay.
Right?
It's kind of morbid, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, I think about death almost constantly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Like, it's going to happen.
I'm just being polite. It's
I
not
know,
cool.
I know. But it's impending over all of us, and it's just, what do you
Listen,
want?
your parents are living very long lives, so I think that it's
Yeah, long, torturous lives.
torturous. Home-cooked meals from me?
I know it's not, sorry, I'm not uplifting.
I don't think that they have torturous lives, but they have some difficulties, but we're in a place in the future from where they are from, like, we have so many things available to us to help our lives, and so it'll just be different if you want it to be different.
I do want it to be different.
Yeah. That's the vibe.
Like, I don't want the things that keep me up at night to happen.
Yes.
Right, but they're going to. Mm-hmm. Right?
No. Not right. My active listening is getting the better of me, guys. Do you have any goals aside from loving everybody more? Do you have any goals or any specific plans?
Well, I have goals that I've set for my podcast,
Okay.
and now, like, we've gone through a very growing period when it comes to, like, technology and
Okay.
and things. And I no longer have the excuse of lack of technology,
Right.
So it's I've been trying to train myself more to, like, understand that I can get things done in a couple of minutes as opposed to a couple of hours now.
Right. I think
and-
we told the girls. I know there's men that listen to the show, but we told the girls. The men are also called girls. Our fans are called girls. I just decided.
I don't think your male fans are gonna. I mean, I personally know one of your male fans. And
Hi, Mike.
by the way, he did mention last night on our show that he would really like to be, or he was going to be a guest at some point
Oh, 100%.
on the show. But I would like to point out that I did it first.
Well, so technically, guys, on Thanksgiving, we played Uno. And the prize at Uno was you get to be the first guest on my podcast.
Oh, that's right, and I won. It was bingo.
So,
Wasn't
what'd I
Uno.
say?
You said Uno.
Oh, I meant bingo the
It
whole
was
time.
bingo, yeah.
But so, hi, Mike. Yes, you'll be on our show. Mike is a stepdad without children. And so, obviously, things are going to get, a little bit more personal on our show. I think now we're just kind of having fun. But Mike has some insight. Anyways.
But I got here first. Just,
Okay. You got here 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
yep.
What's your New Year's Eve vibe? Oh, me? Well, my New Year's Eve vibe is to be less wasteful. I wanna, like with food and just with time and with, like, life in general. Like, I want to make the most of stuff. Me and Becky keep saying that we're going to be for the streets. 2024, Ricky and Becky are for the streets. We want to do things. We want to go out. We want to document it. We want to, like, have a nice time. I want to make meaningful new meals, too. Because I don't want to say, like, I want to cook new stuff. I want to cook things, like, with intention. And so I guess that means a little bit healthier. But I'm just trying not to say that because that's very...
That's what everybody says.
That's on brand for January.
It's very cliche.
It's very cliche
Like,
for January 12th.
Like, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, what can I say? What's your New Year's resolution? It's like, oh, I'm going to gain weight and drink more. Like, what? Seriously, what am I? Everybody says I want to lose weight. I want
Right.
to stop drinking. I want
Right.
to eat healthier. That's every year.
So
And I
I'm
think that-
rebranding healthier to meaningful.
Meaningful. I appreciate the rebranding.
Yeah, so I want to make meaningful new meals. I think we're going to be eating a lot more beans. I know that you like beans.
I do enjoy beans.
But there's this meal that I keep seeing and I keep going back to. It's like roasted cabbage and white beans. And the lady who made it, like, everyone keeps calling her food slop. And that's kind of what it looks like. But I don't know, she just makes it look aesthetic. But I want to have more meaningful meals. What else did I put on here? I want to create new experiences, like being for the streets. Like, we're going bowling this weekend, which is a thing that I haven't done since, like, Clark took me bowling with my brothers, like, junior year in high school.
Yeah, I haven't been in a bowling alley. I haven't been in a bowling alley since Ryan was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, and he's 21 now.
So
he's using Christmas money to do an experience.
he likes bowling. He's gone bowling on trips, and he enjoys it.
Yeah, so we're going to do that this weekend. So that's a new experience, but I not only want to create new experiences for Ryan, who's, a grown-up now, and he can do different things because he's 21. Not that I'm going to get him drunk or make him drink. That's not what I mean. But, going to the casino just to see what it looks like because he sees it in movies. But just a new experiences also for myself. Not just, for the family. But, I want to do new things. I'm going to do a spa thing. I've never been to a spa. I've never treated myself to that kind of, vibe.
Yeah.
But I want to do that.
I'm looking forward to that for you.
Thanks. Yeah. Becky, earlier, we were talking about how we're going to be for the streets, and she said that she wants to get into sewing and she's doing the sourdough starter, the sourdough bread. She's doing a very good job with her sourdough.
That's the most streets thing I ever heard, yo.
So we labeled it homestead chic. So she doesn't want to be into fast fashion, the Sheins of the world and the whatever stores of the world. She wants things to be meaningful. So we're going to go to a sewing store in Media and we're going to learn how to sew.
You know who can sew?
Your mom.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law has a whole entire sweatshop in her basement. And so I might become a fashion designer. That's not even exaggeration.
There are at least 7 sewing machines down there.
Yeah.
All high-tech, hooked up to computers.
That might be my new vibe. I have the time. I have a job that allows me to not have to be at work when I'm home. I'm not.
No, I got you.
You know what I mean? I have
you
a
have
real
one of
work
those jobs where your time is yours and
yes.
it's on a schedule that everybody else is on. Yeah.
Yeah, work-life balance is super important at my job. For real. And so I could have a hobby and become a clothing designer.
But you could be a podcaster, too.
I could also be a podcaster.
Yeah.
Also, just real quick, just to wrap this up with a bow, just family time is important. I stole this from my brother. My brother's been super into family time. We've gotten together, every week since the new year at my mom's house to, make a food. This week we made bread. The week before that we made, custard. It's a French flan. But I want to do the Portuguese version of it because it's more fun. But just time with the babies. We're going to spend time with our granddaughter, Isla. Oh my God, she's so cute. And I just imagine that with the new baby coming, Isla's brother or sister, probably brother, we'll spend more time with her. And so I'm excited for that. So anyways, back to my man. My man's a podcaster, as he's kept dropping hints this whole time. So basically he's a creative. He started in internet radio and doing shows on YouTube. And he's super into making videos and stuff. He prefers, obviously correct me if I'm wrong. He prefers the format of doing a radio show, but recording it for YouTube.
Yeah. That's the idea. Mm-hmm. We like to do a radio style, you're listening to a radio show, but since we're all virtual, we can record and we can live stream. We do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't quite get what's going on, but we do. Mm-hmm. And that's cool.
So, we've obviously mentioned this a few times, not enough times for sure, because I just always forget. But Stepmoms Without Children is part of the Media Virus network. And so we do have a section of the Media Virus network website.
With MediaVirus.com.
MediaVirus.com. We do have a section of their website that we're going to be posting more to. But so obviously you guys know I met my man. I met him at the store. At the store. We were just in different places in our lives, and then we found each other, and the love was instant. And
pretty powerful, pretty instant.
Freaking tangible.
Yeah.
Is a word that I would use to describe it.
It was. Mm-hmm.
And so that was 9 years ago. In October, it was 9 years ago. We're going strong. We've been married for 6 years. We've been
6th
married
of September.
Yeah, for 5.5 years. Oh, we bought the house 6 years ago. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, 6 years.
Yep.
And so it's just, he's part of our origin story. We're doing this podcast because he's been pushing me to do something. I've had blogs before, but a podcast is like a way more fun and current way, because who's going on a website just to like read?
No, I hate reading.
Yeah.
I actually said it on my show yesterday that I love Nostradamus. We were talking about Nostradamus, and I was talking about how we cut it out of the show because there was a post about Nostradamus, but we didn't cover it. But I've never read the quatrains of Nostradamus.
Listener, there are so many words that just came out of this man's mouth that I don't even know what they mean. But that is the exact, like, this is like a verbal conversation of what our relationship is like. We are similar in so many ways. When we're on, we're on. We're on the same page. When I mean on, like, when our personalities are on. But sometimes I just don't know what he's saying.
Nostradamus was a 15th century prophet. Like, he was a foreseer. I don't want to get into this.
But
he predicted the rise of Hitler.
If you guys get it, I love it.
He predicted 9/11. It was a whole thing.
That's crazy.
Do some research.
Nah. So
Sorry.
This is our relationship. He knows things. He likes to talk about things. And I am not interested or don't understand. But our love is still strong, honey.
It is strong. And I feel like, there are times where it's the same. Like, you'll be, talking to me about something.
Housewives.
Like a reality show.
Below Deck.
Or something. Like, something in real life happened to somebody on a reality show, and you will mention them as if you know them by first name.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, did you see what happened to Teresa? You're not gonna. I'm like, who's Teresa?
See, he knows who Teresa is, though.
Now I know that you don't have any friends named Teresa.
Right.
Right. And when you say Teresa, it's that person.
So just real quick, listener, speaking of that, yesterday, Joey Camasta, who's Snooki's best friend, posted a video of him cooking, which he used to do a lot of that, and now he doesn't. So he's getting back to doing cooking content. And in the video, his foot was showing. And so I commented and I said, girl, taking feet pics for free? Protect your bag. And he liked my comment.
Oh my God. You're famous.
Right? See, he's so supportive.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, am I a good stepmom?
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'm doing a good job.
You are. You 100% more than I ever thought you would
because
be.
I still have very selfish moments. We talked about this on the show before. Like, I was very me, and I had to turn into we. And it was because you and I had so many arguments about me needing to think about we. Like, me and you plus Ryan. And I didn't do a good job of that in the beginning. I was very
I remember you saying something to me at one point going, stop throwing your kid in my face. And I was like, I don't... That's not...
Hello?
And so I had to... But I did kind of come off on like this high horse type of thing. And although that's not why... It's funny, we do shit to ourselves like this. I wasn't interested in you as a stepmom. Like, it wasn't... Like, you were a purely selfish choice. You were for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't necessarily give a fuck if you were going to make a... Pardon my French.
No, you're fine.
If you were going to make a decent stepmom.
Right.
I figured, I could protect... If I had to, I could protect him.
Right.
Right? Or just keep him... I didn't think you'd hurt him.
Right.
I'm just saying, whatever.
Like, it was two separate things. Like, this is
just
the
yeah,
woman
just
that
because
I
you're
love.
my girlfriend,
Right.
not necessarily his stepmom.
Right.
You weren't quick to the role, but you did. You I guess you. The one thing that you did is you saw where I slack.
Feeding your children.
I don't feed myself.
So,
I just don't think
real
about.
quick,
I don't
you
think
guys.
about food like that.
So in the beginning, I lived in this stupid tiny apartment. It was like lipstick on a pig, but it was cute to look at. Apartment in University City. I think I told you. And so the first meal that I ever made for Ryan, because he would eat like hot dogs and like we would go and get pizza and stuff. I wanted to make him chicken nuggets because what kid doesn't like chicken nuggets? So I got chicken. I got Cheez-Its to make into crumbs because at that same time that was in my Velveeta with a Cheez-It crust era. If you know, you know. And so I remember giving him a bag of Cheez-Its and saying to like crush them and like not like knowing like how to deal with this specific child with autism. I gave him the bag to crush them and I was like, see, look. And I was like doing it and he ate the bag of Cheez-Its.
He crushed them.
And so I then had to crush my own Cheez-Its to make the breading for the chicken nuggets. And when I tell you, when I finished baking these chicken nuggets, this little boy did not take a single bite and revealed to me that he doesn't like chicken. And I was like, what kid doesn't like chicken nuggets? Like,
Yeah.
I was
Plus, he had an entire box of Cheez-Its.
not an entire box, but a pretty large portion of Cheez-Its. And so he had never had anyone show him how to cook. I mean, still, he like, some people are very specific. Like, if your food doesn't look like how it's supposed to look, then they don't want it because they think it's different. And so, like, when I made him Velveeta shells instead of Kraft Deluxe, he was like, I don't like this. And I was like, well, it's the same shit. You know what I mean?
Well, he's particular.
He like, one time I got peppers. So this is going to be funny for my friends back home. So hot dog rolls back home are different than the hot dog rolls in the rest of the world.
Or the split top.
Right. So the split top hot dog rolls is the norm back home. The Coney Island ones is what they label them at Market Basket. The Coney Island ones is the hot dog rolls that the rest of the world uses. So I remember one time getting the split top rolls and he was like, I don't. And he didn't eat his hot dogs that day because he like didn't understand.
Yeah, they look weird.
Well, they don't.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
You need the same effect by taking a piece of white bread and just folding it around the hot dog. It looks exactly the same.
But it's not the same. That also reminds me that me and Becky got the split. I don't say me and Becky. I'm sure it was Becky who bought them. Or maybe it was me. But we had a party for Memorial Day and Vinny's dad was there. And we had the split top rolls. And he was like, oh, they didn't cut. They didn't cut the hot dog rolls, and he was having a really difficult time. But really, they did cut the hot dog rolls, but they were split on top and not on the side. And he was like ripping apart like his hot dog bun, and me and Becky were like, "What? These people don't know what a hot dog roll is?"
No, they know what a hot dog roll is. They don't know what you gave them. Is the problem?
It was just a funny thing. The differences between them and us.
Yeah.
Your hands look so pale compared to your face.
Well, I don't put my hands out in the sun that often.
Are you a vampire?
Yeah.
Ah! Just kidding. I'm not dead. He didn't really kill me, and he's not really a vampire. You guys, thank you for listening to our show. Husband,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It was really nice.
Oh my God, thanks.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I hope I did a good job.
Guys, let us know in the comments on Spotify if he did a good job.
What do you think?
I think you did a good job.
Okay.
I do think I steamrolled you a lot.
A lot. Yeah. It's your show.
Now you know what it's like.
Uh-huh.
If you're listening.
Did you notice how I was a good guest, though, and just kept my mouth shut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to do that when I'm on your show?
Sometimes.
Never that. Guys, if you're looking to find me on social media, I'm on Instagram as Cold Heart Covered in Gold. If you're looking for Becky on social media, she's Becky _B, BECKI _BE. Thank you guys for listening. I hope that you...
And don't forget the Media Virus podcast. You can go Google Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcast. You can see us on YouTube. Or you can just check us out on themediavirus.com. You can always give us a call at 646-VIRUS-01. That is 646-VIRUS-01. Give us a call, leave us a message. You'll make it on the show. Have a good night, everybody.
As I was saying, you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and themediavirus.com. Thanks, guys.